Alright, we're back. Wow. We had the doctor's appointment today with the psychi. Alright. So again, we're back on the YouTube. And just got home from, I had McDonald's for lunch, kind of. Had some cereal for breakfast. And not too busy. Like I said, when you read something though, read the whole thing. And don't take it out of context, but also see where it's getting a little strange. So you might be hearing something, but you might not be hearing everything, right? You might be denying certain things you're supposed to hear, right? Like, why did Eve say something a little different than what Adam was told by the voice in day one? I mean, in day 6, right? Not day 7, right? Now, when Eve is talking to the serpent, it's in day 7 too, right? It's not in day 6, right? And see, that could confuse you, right? If you don't understand, he's explaining something other than creation now, right? That's why he can even tell the animals were made in a different order, kind of making it seem like to Adam, right? But they were just brought to him for him to name them, right? Whatever he called them was what the creature was called, right? Mm-hmm. If it's boo boo booty butt, that's the creature's name. Yeah, right. Just easy. Anyway. Now, religion can be both a blessing and a curse, right? So if you mistreat it, right? See, if you try to punish the creature when you're a creature too, you become a night thief, right? But if you want to help Jesus say, God, forgive the creature and help the creature to sin less, you become like God, right? But the creature is the creature, right? It can either sin or not sin, and that's in the eye of the beholder, right? If I'm with 17 women, it's called 17 women were with me, right? Right. But if I'm not with you, right, or you ask me not to remember something and I don't, right, the reason I do is if I lost time around you, right? Right. And you asked me not to remember or not to say nothing, right? So I didn't. Don't get mad if you ask me not to and I don't, right? Okay. Right. Exactly. Now, another dude I look like is David the Covenant, right? From Days Files, but we look different too, right? Like I said. I got kind of the hair of Ike Barinholtz, whatever, from Mad TV, right? Kind of Reeves' eyes, right? Kind of Ralph Macchio and Gerald Butler Saints, right? Right. A little bit of mix there, right? And got a little weight, but not as bad as other people with weight problems. Like, could be better, could be worse. But then you want to categorize all people the same when we're slightly different, right? If I'm more muscle than fat, right? So a little of both, right? Still, the weight distribution is different, right? Well, muscle weighs more than fat, by the way, right? If I'm almost 360 pounds of muscle, and there's a little bit of fat around the muscle, that's called cushion. Sometimes it's for the pushing if the female's on top of you and you're in the middle. Right. You got a little cushion there, right? Now, if you could control your body weight, if you're on top, right, it's not 360 pounds on top of her. You're distributing the weight equally so you can be on top of her proportionally, right? Though you still weigh 360 pounds. Yes. But it's like a push-up, right? or bench press. Now, one, you're actually doing 400 pounds of weight. But so are you with the other. It's just the distribution of the weight is different, right? Now, mainly, your chest area, and your trunk is what you're really lifting, when you're doing the push-up, not so much your legs, But when you do, again, a bench press with the weight on the bar, that's different distribution of weight. And you might even need a spotter. Someone in case you can't handle the weight to help you get it up, And you gotta trust that person, to help you get it up if you can't, You might even need 2 people for 400 pounds, Not many people can even lift that, Unless you're a big dude, And built up to it over the years, Plus, like I said, if you're doing around 250, you still don't go from 250 to 400 overnight. Nobody does that either. You be in the gym at least 6-7 months to even go up to that, To the kind of weight, And you got to be lifting not just the 250, but you got to go up to at least 300 pounds, And bench press it at least 5 or 6 times, Before you can even think of going up to 400. You don't just do the 400 pounds either. Unless you're going for max weight, Which is only one time. 400 pounds once, if you slowly build up to it, anyone, in the weightlifting world could probably do that. But if you're not in the weightlifting world like I am, you got to build up to it, stupid. But if I can do 250, that's a good weight for me. That's between my max weight, which is probably around 300, not 4, Which is my body weight. Even if I'm 360, You don't want to do more than your body weight, Otherwise, the person is the fool and try to get you to be a fool and do something stupid, and you're supposed to know better. Both of us. But, Yeah, but you're doing it in pride, You probably are mad you can't even do the 250 like I can. Right. But like I told you, I built up to that too, I knew I could do at least 250, Even though back then I was 200 pounds, That's still double my body weight, When I was actually doing that kind of weight, It's over my then body weight because I was between 220 to 240 back then, And I can still bench press 250, It's good. Do you understand?